Get it.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome to Sundays with TRM. That is Talya, Regina, and Martine. And we're super excited to have you guys here. If you are not a part of DCT, you missed a treat today. Martine did her thing for the mindset for Sunday. She did a fantastic job, and I want to give her I wish I had those little sound effects machine, that little sound effect. You know that one that's what that's the one that I wanted. Oh, thank you.
That's the one.
Thank you for putting all the little things in your thing. I loved it. She did a fantastic job today. So you guys, if you're not a part of DCT, I'm sure Martino's going to drop her link for you guys to join DCT. And she made us think about our brands in a completely different way today, which I was very, very grateful for. Because sometimes even us who are out here all the time, I think we're just in the motion and we really don't think about our brand like the way Martine put our brand for us to think about our brands. So I had to take some time, really actually think about what is that one word, and Martine talks about this a lot, the one word for my brand. And the whole time I was stuck on, what is that one word? I went straight down a rabbit hole, Martine, about what is my one word. And for me, it is helping people with their creativity. I'm very passionate about that. So I finally found my one word. It took me over an hour to find that one word. I listened to the rest of her presentation, guys. I did listen to the rest of her presentation, but I found my one word. And I was very excited about that.
You gonna share your one word?
Creativity.
So everything you do is it's gonna have some kind of like a slant angle to back to creativity.
Yes, absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
beautiful.
Absolutely. And also I think for me, for the people who are part of what I do, I want them to get out of their heads about their creativity because everyone wants to be someone else, but their creativity is not your creativity. And I really want everybody to find their own path. I always say it's somewhere we lost ourselves. We want to be everybody else. And we really need to get back to being ourselves versus trying to be just like that person. My handbag doesn't need to be your handbag. Even though I got a bad handbag, you don't need it. You don't need it, girl. You don't need that bag. It's mine. Number one, because I created it. I made it because I'm what? Creative. Okay. Well, I'm so excited to have everybody here. And I love talking to people in their spaces. And because I messed this up today, Demia, you are the person that I'm going to talk to today. Demia has a wonderful background. It's a little self-serving for me, a little self-serving. I see her wonderful expressions background that she has, and I absolutely love it. So, Demia, can you tell us what you're doing? How's your business? How was your week? How was everything?
Okay, I'm trying to keep it short because a lot has been happening. I am working on so my first consultant client was my friend Shopper Wanda, who was 66 years old. She was my very first interview. So what I'm doing, I'm working on a spotlight. It's a presentation of her journey, right? So it has her artwork, it's called From Resistance to Resonance, right? And so it talks about her journey, it features her artwork, and then of course a call to action at the end. So I'm actually working on the website, kind of connecting the website and the freebies and the all the things, right? So I'm doing that, and my hope is to do that for every person that I interview. So The interview series will be coming back. It is renamed. It is not Navigating AI Like a Boss at 50 Plus anymore. It is called The Future is Seasoned, where experience becomes legacy.
I love that.
So that's going to be starting again. Instead of doing it on YouTube, I'm actually going to post it on a podcast platform and then send it out, because it was, I don't know what was happening. I was having too many technical issues. So, and then also to retain, ownership or have more ownership of my stuff. And then Renee and I are talking about a podcast, kind of like talking about the quiet things out loud. Is going to be kind of what our premise is going to be. So it could be from business to career so we'll cover a lot of things, but it'll basically be the things that we say to our friends or to ourselves that should be a wider conversation, right? And then I'm selling my house. So I've been busy. That's why you haven't seen my face. I'm trying to get my house together so they can come take pictures and do all the things. So Mama's been busy.
It sounds like you have a lot on your plate, but a very, very clear direction of where you're going, which is amazing. I can't wait for the podcast about saying the quiet things out loud, because see, unfortunately, I say the quiet things out loud. My friends are like, "For real, Regina? For real?"
And if we're being honest, it's stuff that we really, especially for the Black community, there are a lot of things that need to be said that we do not say and we do not talk about, and they hold us bondage. Okay.
They do.
And
They do.
it keeps us from growing at the rate that we could be growing. And I loved how Dr. Tanisha was talking about being invisible. So I said I'm going to get with her because I have a whole concept for a symposium or a summit called The Invisible Woman. How, as women, our mental health goes unchecked because we are invisible to our family, our friends, to all the people in our lives, and even we learn to become invisible to ourselves. So, and then dispelling the myths around mental health treatments, because a lot of us, I'm a natural adjacent girl. Okay. I like all the natural things. I like all the stuff. However, from my personal experience, when you're in an active crisis, when you're in an active spiral, you need something to get you out the hole right now, today, not in 30 days when the herb circulates through your system, today, before you end up on the news and people talking about, oh, dang, I didn't know she was going through that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's where I was headed. I was headed to the news, and y'all's gonna be like, dang, I know her. Because no one saw me. Even when I was asking for help or saying I was not okay, it was like, it didn't even register. Because we're supposed to always be okay no matter what. And so when I took my treatment, took control of that, when I got on medication, I'm talking about that first week, it was like somebody turned the lights on. I had been sleepwalking for 10 years. 10 years. And then it's funny because my dad said something to me. He was like, well, I knew you had something going on when you was in your 20s. I said, what the heck? Okay, I'm sorry. I was about the what? So, and you watched me implode and did not say anything. Normalize saying to people, hey, sis, are you okay? You might want to go see somebody about that. Like we watch people implode and then we talk crap about them. So for me, in my immediate universe, we're not doing that over here. And so whatever I can do to share with people and to help us regain. So part of reinventing yourself and pivoting, it is not just one part of your life, it's your entire life. I am getting ready to move I'm making a sacrifice for my daughter to go to a school of Black excellence, that the kids look like her, they're excited about learning, and they're doing big things. I'm making that sacrifice for my daughter. I'm starting completely over. Don't be surprised if not y'all see me again. My hair gonna be short because I'm reinventing the entire thing. I'm breaking it down to the foundation. So then I can create myself in my own image. Because I think we was talking about whose vision, whose vision are you living? Whose idea of success are you living? Is it your mama? Is it the people at the church? Is it the whoever's? Don't get me on my soapbox today.
You know, Demi, I personally needed that because I have to figure out whose vision of me am I living, right? Finding out, like, I was praying last night and I was saying to myself, I said, God, I need you to show me me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been doing everything through the lens
Uh-oh.
of someone else for years. My mother, my father, my son, my family. But who is Regina really? You know, and especially because now I don't have anybody that I have to impress in my family. So now it
Absolutely.
is just me.
Mm-hmm.
So what you said, it was so, thank you, because before the call started, we even said, Lord, come in before this call. Um, and I think we all kind of needed exactly what you were saying. So God knew that you were the one that needed to say that for everyone else that was on this call. And
Listen, because
hey,
living somebody else's version of you is going to kill you. It's going
absolutely.
to stifle your creativity. It is going to give you undue stress. Listen, I was so stressed the other day, I thought I was having another heart attack, okay? And I said, I needed, because I was trying to do so many things, and I had to be reminded, go sit down. Whatever it is, it's going to be okay.
Yep.
Go sit down. You don't need permission to sit down. You don't need permission to be who you really are. That person, before people start telling you to shrink, who is that person? Go back and visit that person. Because I said to myself, I said, Chat GPT. So Mama Karen had an exercise with the 9 questions, and you asked Chat GPT about the picture. So Chat GPT gave me this whole framework. I said, you know what? I am not in alignment with this framework, this new branding that you created for me physically. I don't look like how I feel on the inside. The version of me that's on the inside doesn't look like this. So I said, well, ChatGPT, what can I do to be in more alignment with this new vision? It gave me a whole lookbook, baby. Told me haircuts, hair colors, the whole. So
The whole shebang.
I'm working on a project about helping mothers or women who have lost themselves kind of reinvent themselves. So it's going to be kind of like their personal image consultant. They could put a theme in, and then it'll kind of devise a lookbook scenario for them based on that. So that's another thing I'm working on. So I did do my paperwork to be on the show. So they'll probably have to be after I move. By then, I'll have a slew of things to share with you, like the video game I created for my daughter with Canva code. Like soon we'll have, we're working with Misha for the directory that I made in Canva code for DCT. I got some things.
Well, I know that I'm excited to see what you produce, and when you're ready and you've moved, and I understand making those sacrifices that you had to make for your daughter, for her to be in the place and move to the spaces where she needs to be. Selling your house and moving is a big thing. is a big thing. It's a
Mhm.
change. And then I think a lot of us have emotional attachments to our home when they're a
Mhm.
financial attachment.
Mhm.
So
Well,
we're
yeah, this is
making,
preemptive to a foreclosure.
well, baby, do what you need to do. I
Mhm.
do what you need to do.
Mhm. And so the thing about, and let me tell you this, and this might be for somebody, I don't know who this is for, but every time I am at a crossroads like I am now, every single time I always hear, I'm breaking it down so I can build you up. And it's always a level up. The next step is always, I don't care what it look like. Now I've learned the art of detachment. I'm very good at detaching, right? Because this place, this box does not define who I am.
Right.
Doesn't define any of us. But I understand that the status associated with certain things keep us in bondage too. Listen, I don't care about none of this. Half the stuff is not going with me. Because I want a fresh start. Because guess what? Old things carry old energy.
Mm.
And if you can financially do it, don't take that old bed with all them people's spirits. Don't take that couch and all them people. Because listen, I had somebody sit in my house, drink my food, my liquor, and eat and chit chat, and then went off and told some stories about me. So do you think I want that energy in my next place? No, thank you.
No, no, ma'am.
So if you can divest yourself of things, especially if they're loaded with the energy and disapproval and the whatevers of the other people, don't take it to your space. You had a disagreeable partner, they gave you some gifts, take them, donate them to the women's shelter, take them somewhere else. They don't need to be in your space. Period. New things, what the Bible say? No new wine and old.
Wineskin. Mm-hmm.
It's given that.
Yeah.
We're not doing that no more. It is time for the divine feminine, we talk about this a lot, to emerge and reclaim her rightful place. We are the primordial beginning of all the things. Everyone tries to mimic us and then put us down at the same time. So I'm saying whatever you got to let go this week, let it go and move forward. I love y'all.
Thank you so much, Tamia. You don't know who you blessed, and you blessed me as well. I really, really appreciate that. And your openness will help more people than you know. And it's just, like I said, before this call, we asked for God to step in, and he came. We knew he was coming, but we just didn't know what vessel he was going to use. And you were
Absolutely.
the vessel that he decided to use. So we really, really appreciate you coming, and thank you once again.
Well, you know, I love y'all. Anything for my DCT family, my TRM family, I love y'all.
Well, we love you too. We really, really do. And we will be praying for a smooth transition and a new move and greater things as you grow. So thank you again. All right, Martine. As always, guys, Martine is, we always leave the wheel up to Martine because she does such a great job with it. We have two amazing creators on. Miss Sage is here, and she has a wonderful GPT that we're going to go through if my computer does its thing. But let's just pray. And we also have Taylor Made, who, Taylor, I can't wait to show you what I did with your GPT. Yeah, I can't wait to show you what I did with your GPT. And also, Sage, most people don't know that I actually dabble in a number of generators. And I actually went to another generator with your GPT as well. So I can't wait to let you guys see what I've done there. If my computer acts right, if my computer is, how about, let me relanguage that. My computer is acting right, and I will be able to show you what I did in another generator. So, Martine, can you tell everybody about the wheel?
Yes, and I am dropping over the notes about the wheel in the chat on Facebook as well. Good evening, everyone. I'm glad to see you again. Before I do that, if you were on the previous call, the Brandon call, put a 1 in the chat. I just want to see who marinated over. Put a 1 in the chat if you're in the previous call. I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you for that love, Regina. I appreciate you. I'm very, very blessed to work with some wonderful people, and they help me stay on track, and they allow me to be brainstorming partner, so I can say, hey, what y'all think about this? And they really helped me kind of ease how I felt about going into my presentation today. So thank y'all. But we're here to talk about TRM and the wheel. So here's how this works. At the end of this call, we will be giving away some prizes. And we use a prize wheel. So in order to get on the wheel, there's some things that you have to do. First things first, in the chat, you're going to sign up using the link. That's the first way that you can earn, and then it'll put your name on the wheel. The second way that you can earn is by sharing tonight's live. If you're on a Zoom call, we still want you to share the live. Here's the deal. I've been doing a little reading this morning, not this morning, this last couple months on social media and just how to like break through on social media. And one of the ways that posts perform well, in particular on Facebook, is shareability, people's willingness to share. So we incentivize that here. When you share, you get another entry on the prize wheel. And I dropped the link in the chat so you can share. If you share to a private group, we won't see it. If you share on your Facebook page and the post is private, we won't be able to see your name. So it does have to be a public post, and it does have to be shared to a public group. So just know that. And then the last way that you can share the, pulling up my page here, the last way that you can share your or the last way that you can earn a prize is by sharing or by becoming a member of TRM. I want to pop up TRM for just a second. TRM is a Patreon subscription hosted by Talya, Regina, and myself. Every month we offer classes, GPTs, Canva apps now, because we've been learning in the background, and art. So if you're looking for an opportunity to take advantage of our special pricing, because we do bring all 3 of our classes together so that you can purchase them for one price, our tier 3 would be great for you. If you don't need classes, but you definitely need some co-working time and time to work with other people and get insights from 3 different people, 3 different backgrounds, join our tier 2, which is our co-working tier. There we go. And then our tier 1 is all about, there we go. Our tier 1 includes all of our art GPTs, and now we've added Canva apps. So if you're interested in those tiers, I'm going to drop the link in the chat, but you can also become a free member by clicking the 3 dots. And mine here said I'm already a member on this account. So, but right here, it'll say join as a free member. And that way you will also get access to our community content. So you've got a couple ways you can do this. You can first share the live. You can complete the email form and you can become a free member of the Patreon. And let me find my link so I can drop the Patreon link in the chat for you. And that is it for me on this evening. I'll get that link in the chat. And those of you that are brand new, thanks to me. I really appreciate that. We really appreciate that. You know, it's a really great way to just continue to grow and get better at what you're trying to do with your business. For newbies, let me say this, Regina. So for newbies, let's talk classes and focus. So Talya, she's our crafter in residence, and she really focuses on, she's the queen of coloring as well. And she really focuses on the digital to physical experience. So how do you take these things that are digital and then move them into physical products? Regina's focus is Midjourney. So a lot of the classes that she's going to do are going to focus on Midjourney and AI generators. But on the side, she's a Pinterest queen too. Y'all probably didn't know that. So don't be surprised if a little bit of Pinterest comes out. And then typically I will do business and strategy and content. So recently I just taught a class on how to perform market research. Like, how do you do that? Like, what are the steps? So I did that. I also have a heavy interest in Canva. So I've spent a lot of time this year teaching folks about different aspects of Canva as well. So that's the three of us if you're brand new. And essentially you get to tap into all three of those areas for one low rate. Thank you, Regina.
You are so welcome. So like I said, we have two amazing, amazing creators that are on the show today. And we are going to start off with the coloring book queen herself, Miss Sage. So, Miss Sage, can you tell us a little bit about your business, number one, and the amazing coloring books that you have created and are creating? Like, I think she creates a coloring book like every single day or something. She's like, you know what? I think I need to make a coloring book about this, or I need to make a coloring book about that. And the GPT that you so graciously gave us. I'm going to pull, yeah.
Hello, everybody. Okay, so the Doll Boss, Miss Sage. It started off as the Doll Boss Network. Hey Kia, I recently transitioned over into the Doll Boss Dynasty of Empowerment. And that took place because that's what it is. It's all about empowerment with me. And I couldn't do anything else but that. And Yas put it on my heart to make it a ministry instead of a LLC. So that's what I did. The coloring books came by way of, I honestly don't know where I got the idea to do this positively unpinned 1950 what. For some reason, I'm stuck in this life of the 50s. Everything was so refined with us. To me, we were united as women. We stuck together, we worked together. I don't know, I wasn't there, but I don't see where it was so much backbiting and just treachery among sisters. I just don't know, but that's where the element of this particular coloring book came from. The positively unpinned, can you see it? There you go. The positively unpinned coloring book came by way of that desire between the 1950s and the Harlem Renaissance. I'm just stuck there. And that's just where my mindset is. And it was just so beautiful. And we were a beautiful people then. Now we're just peopling. To me, we're just peopling. There's no unity. There's no camaraderie. Everybody is just single-mindedly single. And I want us, Yah put it on my heart years ago to save his daughters. That is where all of this came from. I'm about saving Yah's daughters and making us whole again. So that's what it's all about. What else you got for me?
Well,
what else you got for
we absolutely love your coloring books. We love your art that comes from it. It's absolutely amazing. And I've moved it from generator to generator to generator. I started in one generator and then moved it to other generators. And Talya,
Uh-oh.
what
Yes,
did you
ma'am.
do?
What happened?
What did you create today?
Honestly, I had thought about, I've been telling you guys that I was gonna start incorporating Talya's tips, making a nice little, something every Sunday since it's a crafting summer for me, right? So I took some of the coloring pages from Sage's GPT and I made a mini coloring book. So I can let y'all see the one that I created, and then I was gonna put one together real quick later, but I'll let y'all see it right now.
Oh my God.
Facebook, right? So yeah, you see her, right? And the 1950s is definitely my jam. So I need you to know that that is my jam. I love everything retro and vintage. Like it's me.
Yo, you
Shout out,
about to make me
shout out to
cry.
Rosie. You know what I'm talking about? Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Super cute. This one was
Oh
yours
my
that you
God.
sent to us. So I did print out a couple of the ones that you sent, and the rest of them I generated. So this is a little travel companion, and I put it on hard cardstock so you can have something very
Oh
sturdy
my.
to color on while you're traveling. It's small enough for you to put inside your purse and take with you. Especially if you need some little break time while you're at work. Baby, listen, you need one of these little cutie patooties. Okay. So
Oh
again,
my God.
isn't it the
Oh,
cutest thing ever? You need one. I'm gonna send you this one. Okay.
thank you. Oh my God, that is so beautiful. Well, I want to say this, and I know all three of these ladies are going to probably stab me in my forehead when I say it.
I don't know why, Sage, because I'm over here looking at this wait list for your next product. But go ahead. I'm pushing that out right now. This
Oh
link
God.
to your wait list. Yeah. But go ahead.
Well, because of what I'm dealing with today, won't go into it. None of the background stuff is working. So I gave you the bundle, which was going to be $33.33 for all three, the coloring book, the GPT, and the two GPTs. But just give it away. Whoever wanted, give it. Put it in the chat room. Yep. I will be blessed for it, for what I'm going through. Just give it away. And the link to the coloring books, if you want to purchase the coloring book from Amazon, that link is also with you, Martine. I'm over it. These are the coloring books. Here's these. That's one. That's dos. That's tres. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? It's there.
Yeah.
They tres, cuatro. I think I might have showed that one twice. Cinco, seis,
I'm not playing with you, Sage.
siete. There they go. And there's three more on Amazon. They just didn't arrive in time. They won't be here until tomorrow. But the bundle, the digital coloring book, and the two GPTs, just give it away. Just give it away.
I'm not playing with you, ma'am.
I knew you was gonna do it, but just give it. Martine, please put it in the link to the Amazon link for the coloring books, and the one, just give the digital one away.
Well, if you guys have been watching me on coloring calm on Tuesdays, probably the last 2 months, I was coloring a page from something that Sage did. So, all of her coloring books, all of her coloring pages are top tier. And Sage has a heart of a saint, okay? She is forever giving away and pouring into everyone that she can on a regular basis. So you are absolutely going to be blessed. Absolutely. And yes, look, before we got on this call, everybody was like, this is going wrong. This is going wrong. This is what happened. We all took a beat, and Regina prayed over us in this call. And when I tell you, only blessings can come from here. So, yes, ma'am. We're going to allow you to do this one time, ma'am.
This
But
one and only,
don't,
one and only
don't come
time.
back over here
This is
with
the
this.
only time.
Don't come back over here with, okay?
I was trying to get it together even while Demia was talking, and thank you, Demia. Oh my God, you don't know. I needed all of that. I was still trying to get it together while she was talking. And it was just, nope, just give it away. And I just give it. Just give it. And I know Kia, she rolling her head. I could see Kia's face right
She
now.
got her hand raised right now, so she coming. Mhm.
Yeah, I know. We just had the conversation. You not giving it away. You don't know. You're not. But it's just that the bundle. Just get a bundle. Y'all have the two GPTs and the digital coloring book. And if you want to go purchase the coloring book, I would really appreciate it from Amazon. The Amazon link is there as well. That's all I got right now, without breaking in pieces.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I could have been. I'm not sorry, because everything that's supposed to happen is happening, and you guys enjoy. Just let me know. Only thing that I ask is that you leave a review. There you go. That's what I need.
Amen. All right. Miss Sage, I'm going to let Kia go first, and then it'll be Stephanie, then it'll be Demia. So, Kia.
I just want to say I'm so proud of Miss Sage. She actually did it. But ma'am, is this till midnight or forevermore? We need to just put a cap on. How long is this free? That's
Well,
what I had.
All right, until midnight. Well, I can't do that because I'm giving the link to it. So no, they got it forevermore. I take that back. Just go purchase from Amazon. They got it forevermore. It's okay. I'm gonna be blessed regardless. Listen, y'all don't play about me.
He does not. And you have a request to put your Cash App in the chat, ma'am. Okay. Thank you kindly.
Okay. I'll do that. Okay. If my baby is dead, Latrice.
Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her, Talya. Look at her.
And then, so I'm gonna talk strategy. So strategically, because this happens to all of us. Okay? All of us, things go all kind of wonky. It happens to everyone. So here's a quick fix when this happens. Set up a wait list. Okay, just a Google form. Give me your name and email. When it's ready, you can grab it. All right, that's a little quick fix when everything's going crazy. Google form is one of the few things, very, very few things that you can build super quick. You just need a name and an email box. All right, but I'm gonna drop begrudgingly, but I'm going to drop this in the chat, and we're gonna take it as a blessing today. And then those of you that are grabbing the book, thank y'all. So this is why I love this community.
Yeah.
This is not the first time that's happened that you guys don't let the moment be the moment. We're in so many different spaces where, let's be real, I'm just gonna get my stuff and I'm all of that kind of spirit. But in the chat, it's like, nah, what's your Cash App? Nah, do you have a PayPal? Oh, I'll just get the hardcover. Y'all are some dope human beings. Y'all are some dope human beings. And if no one's told you lately, y'all are some dope human beings. Because I've worked in corporate, I've worked in public ed for a long time, and it don't go like that everywhere else. It don't go like that everywhere else. So I'm gonna drop the Canva link in the chat. The images are beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. And I get it. It happens. But you showed up and you set the stage for your next offering. So we do expect you to return.
I will. I definitely will. I hands down, I will, with no problem. But this was supposed to happen this way because you just don't understand what I've been going through all day long. And it's okay. It's all right.
Well, I know that, Stephanie, you have your hand up.
Yes, I was going before she dropped the link, I was going to suggest, can you put a pay as you want or a tip on it so that we can leave a tip or something so that it's not, so that you still get.
Good idea, Stephanie. It's a great idea.
I honestly, I'm gonna be straight. that's not what I was led to do. So I can't. Honestly, I can't. It was just hit me just as hard as I don't know what. And I sent it, just give it away. Just give it away. And that's what I have to do. I appreciate it though. And I'll welcome if you want to send the Cash App, I'll take it out. I appreciate it. But I can't go against what, if I'm going to be obedient, I have to be obedient. Thank you guys. Don't claw my eyes out, 3 of you. I see you. Well, 5 of you, because I'm not trying to cry. Don't y'all make me cry. Don't make me cry. I'm here and I'm just being obedient. That's all I have, ladies. I'm just being obedient.
Well, Demia, you are up, ma'am.
Okay, let me just tell you something about Miss Sage here. She, first of all, when I was working on my project, I went to her because I saw her, first time I saw her was on TRM, and I think she had given away a calendar that day, and I was just floored by the images that, you know, I saw. So I reached out to her because she, to me, was the coloring book GOAT, okay? I reached out to her and she was so gracious and so nice, and she talked to me about my project. She gave me a couple of, you know, little tips or whatever. And she's just a wonderful, wonderful role model, I feel like, for those of us in the coloring book space. And she is a generous spirit, and with her time and her talent. And I just enjoy her and I appreciate her. And I just want her to know that we see you. You are seen, even when you don't think so. All right. That's it. Bye.
That's it. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Well, Miss Sage, as I have been moving from generator to generator because ChatGPT decided it didn't like me today. I will show, and you guys are going to get to see how my brain works. I have all these, when I am in what I call my flow state, I have a number of generators up. So you are going to see my flow state. So here we go. I flow from ideogram. I will go, you know, first I started with Sage in ChatGPT. I asked it to give me some 50s inspired coloring book and affirmations. So I moved from here to here, you know, and we got those ChatGPTs where I was like, look, you guys are not giving me what I want, just give me the prompts that I want. So I asked it for the prompts, and then I moved said prompts from Midjourney. So I moved and I asked it for beauty prompts, coloring book. We're moving through here. You know, everybody knows that the prompt coherence with the text is not great with Midjourney yet, but the imagery that Midjourney gives is amazing. I just moved the prompts backwards and forwards. It says these, you know, I'm going to pull that text out and move it and change everything. But look at her, she's fabulous. You get to see her again because I moved her over to another space. The prompts are, look at that one, super cute. And it is because of Sage's strong prompts. Then I flowed to my second playground, which is Playground. And I was able to bring in some imagery from Midjourney and ChatGPT. If you guys are not playing in Playground, you need to play in Playground. It is a fun place. They now have 4.0 in here, but I don't use 4.0. I use, as you can see, I use their native, which is in Playground. Let me go to my creations.
Wow.
I brought all these images over, and it's better to show you an export. And I'm gonna come in and you can fix everything. I can ask Playground to change the verbiage. I can do all of that within Playground all at once. It brings in, like, if you see how it brought in this one, and I can move, change colors, do all those things right in Playground from that one image that I brought in, which is amazing. The next thing that I did was I brought that girl, that fabulous, remember I told you she was going to show up again? She shows up again. And I was able to bring it in and just tell Playground I wanted the words removed, and it took all the words off that were that you couldn't, they weren't real words. So I did that as well. And then for all of you guys who have seen all the commercials about Artistly, I am playing in Artistly as well. But the thing about Artistly that I absolutely love is the fact that it is really coherent as far as text is concerned. So it's able to recognize and change and do all of the things. And it is a wonderful generator to play with and bring things in. I love these. Look at these, Sage. Right? All of this came from her generator. The prompts are very good. Like if you're having problems with ChatGPT, it is chat doing its thing, and I'm going to have a conversation with them very soon about it. As far as the imagery is concerned for us artists, because for artists, it's not artisting. But for the prompts are still coherent and you can move them from one place to another. Oh, and I forgot. I'm in ideogram as well. I moved through ideogram as well with her prompts, and just put it in, and just life is life in over here, right? So you have to make the choice as a person who goes from generator to generator of which one that is good for you. But for me, of course, it's always going to be Midjourney because there's nothing like it. But you can move your images from place to place to place to get what you want and how you want it. Because all I have to do is come over here, bring it into the editor. Let's go full. And then we're gonna do smart select. I'm gonna select her. I'm gonna select her completely. And I'm just going to erase that background, and I can move her wherever I want to. So have a wonderful time playing with Sage's GPT. It is an amazing GPT. It gives amazing prompts. It does what it's supposed to do. And I really enjoy playing with it, guys.
Amazing.
So Sage, thank you for another amazing GPT and amazing art. It allowed me to be able to, like when I need to calm down, I go through flow state where I just generate in multiple generators. That's just my ADHD kicking in, because that's what I call our superpower for people who have ADHD. We can be in multiple generators and generating at the same time and still stay on the same flow. And I'm able to see what generator does what, how it moves, how it does its thing. But yeah, like I always say, I always go back to my husband. Midjourney is my husband, and I'm gonna go back to him. I may go for coffee, but I'm gonna go back to my husband. All right. Have a thank you again.
One more thing. The Empower Her GPT, ladies, it's your best friend in your pocket. It's in there as well. If you can't speak to your friends, trust me, it'll help you. I do it all the time. I just finished going in, my children pissing me off, and it's, oh my girl. It'll help you with everything. It's for us, those of us that have been brokenhearted, betrayed, dealt with disloyalty. It's there, and it's there for you. Go use it. It's a part of the bundle.
Demia, do you have your hand up? And I didn't. I went right into the generator.
You got
Did I get you? Because I know you had your hand up, and I went right.
Yeah, you got me. You got me.
Okay, good. Hey, Dion.
Hey, everybody. So Sage, of course, I want to give you love and flowers. Sorry that I sound so bad. I'm still trying to recover. But if everybody could please do me a favor, I see everybody getting into Sage's Canva page. Can you please make a copy of it and not change the original? So if everybody can just go in and make a copy, I'd appreciate it. And then that way we're not messing up her document.
I copied it, trust me, just in case. I tried to do none of the technical things are working, so I just went there. But thank you. Please do make a the link is above. Can someone put the link back in for Ebony, please? The link is above, and please, please, please use that Empower Her GPT. I know we all deal with stuff, and if you have a man, I have an empower him as well, if you like. Yes, the GPTs, both of them are in the Canva document. They are both in the Canva doc. That's it.
I absolutely love this GPT. I'm playing in the background with some of the images that I'm removing the backgrounds and putting it in stuff. And all I can really think about is like what this is a coloring book time of year. Kids are out of school. They need something to do. You can actually, like I do with Riley, teach them how to create it using her GPT and then print their coloring book out. They'll have a better connection to it. They will continue to want to learn about AI by teaching them how to create it. And it's an amazing GPT for that. It systematically walks you through creation, and the affirmations that are in there are absolutely fantastic. So I really think that this is a great GPT for you guys to use with the kids. It's beautiful, Sage. Thank you again.
Thank you.
And then we have our our in resident recover person, which is Miss Talya Morris. If you guys missed her class on Saturday, it was jam-packed. Like even I was able to come up with a way to use my Cricut maker instead of a book holder, by going through her class, because it's sitting right here. It's like literally right there, and it had books on top of it. I had to dust it off, take it out of the little cute little thing and dust it off for her class. She gave us a lot of information during that time. And I think the thing that I loved about the class the most, it was the collaboration with everyone who was in the class, and being able to laugh about, what we could do and what we can't do. Is it 33 holes, 32 holes? Are they oval? Are they round? She was able to break those things down and teach us how to take an already existing product and recreate that. So Talya, is the replay available, and can you tell everybody about Recover?
Well, the replay is currently being edited because we had a little, we had a whole little moment in there. So, so I had to cut. I got to do a little, cutting, chopping, and screwing and get it back together with the meat of the matter. But it was a great class. It was an interactive class as well. It was not just me doing all the things. I was, asking questions. I want to know what you need to know how to do, what you currently know how to do, and you're trying to enhance, right? Because we all trying to get to these coins. So the class was pretty much about taking something that's already together and making it uh much better. Okay. And we went over different levels of what you can sell and how much you should be selling it for. Yeah, they say don't forget about Big Bertha. That's my Cricut venture. We did play with Big Bertha yesterday. And I let them see how fast she works because she get on down, okay? but we were just repurposing notebooks that you can get. And it's getting ready to I know the kids just got out of school, but back to school is here. Okay. You should be prepping for back to school right now. Shortly, most of the stores are going to have these notebooks and spirals as well as composition notebooks on sale for 30 cents. You know, some of them would be for $1. You know, like this is the time that you need to stock up on these products that you can repurpose and make a profit off, right? So if you spend a quarter on a notebook, you use maybe $1 worth of product to make it something magnificent, and then you can turn around and sell it for 10. Come on. Where that profit at? Right? That's what we're looking for. And that's what I was showing them how to do on yesterday at different levels, you know, surface level, you do a little bit, you don't charge that much, but you still make a profit. You do a little bit more, you charge a little bit more. Then you do a lot and then you can charge a lot, right? So we got all those levels on yesterday. And again, yes, the replay is available, okay? It's just not edited yet, okay? So if you purchase it today, it'll be ready tomorrow, okay? But I do have a little bit of editing to do. And they got templates, they got mock-ups, they got all the things. So there's no excuse as to why we can't sell this stuff. Those who did not have the machines that I have, they weren't necessary, okay? I showed them how to do some things that you didn't even have to have a machine for, right? So you can't say that you can't do it because you can do it, right? You can do it. And guess what else you can do? You can create a digital product because you designing it anyway, right? So even if you don't want to sell anything, design, right? Design. Hold on a second. I'm gonna show y'all some of the stuff. We got 2-3 minutes. Hold, please. Be
That's
right back.
right. Because I had to miss last night. I had to put on my mama hat, so I ain't get to see nothing. I want to see all the things.
You know, and then, you know, let me explain something to you. Talya showed us how to use that sticker paper, and we were all sitting there going, how in the heck does she just push that on so easily? And she did it multiple times. Because I could see Erica shaking her head. We're all like, what in the world is happening? But, you know, because we've all done the fight with the sticker paper where we tear it. And
you got to take your time. You got to take your time. Y'all be rushing.
My picks must coming on Tuesday. That's all I got to say.
What's coming on Tuesday?
My printer.
Oh, you went for the printers?
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
And my 11x17 sticker paper and my squeegee.
Get it. Okay. Oh, all right. So here is one that I recovered. This is vinyl that comes from Dollar Tree. It's glitter. I put some stickers on it, right? You ain't even doing it with this, right? But I also covered it in Mod Podge, the fabric kind, so I can make sure my stickers don't pop off this joint. But this is one way, right? Composition notebook, okay. For the fathers, for Father's Day, here we go. Vinyl as well. Yeah. Miss Diane Rona, you on here? You remember this? This is your pattern, honey, that I purchased from you. This is your pattern.
Ooh.
Yeah.
See, that would be great for my son.
Thank you.
I like that. He can't say that somebody stole it. It would be his. Because ain't nobody else gonna have one. That's cute. For
Absolutely.
Maxwell.
Nobody else is gonna have it. No one else. And then we can do some extra embellishments on there as well. We can put his initials on there. For y'all of there talking about where them fans at.
Where them fans at? Yeah.
That one. We did a complete wraparound and the class designed this one, okay? The class designed it. I said what I said. Full wraparound. The class design. Yes. Spiral time. We replaced just the front cover. Okay. That's the cheapest version. We replaced the front cover and we added an acetate sheet on top. We doubled the amount of pages and we put some hard tip board on the back. All right. Higher tier, we tripled the pages and we got 10 mil, okay? 10 mil laminates on the front and on the back. And on the inside, we got a different pattern. All right. So they got all levels, honey, all tiers. So there's no reason that you can say you can't do this, because you can. You can do it. And you should do it often. Preparing for back to school. Okay.
Well, all I know is
That's
that
all I have.
all I know is I had fun in the class, because I was telling everybody I just really wanted to come to the class and do something physical because I'm always digital. And to be able to sit there and even just watch her go through the whole entire process, it was so relaxing for me. It was just absolutely great. And to know that I am able to use my Cricut to cut holes with, now I can do two things with the Cricut: cut out earrings and cut holes. I got two things under my belt, and I'm gonna move up from there. I bought a $300 machine just to do two things. It just makes no sense. It just makes no sense.
Look, I got Big Bertha and just started using it, and I've had it for 2 years now. And I'm just now doing something with Big Bertha. But I did do a disclaimer and I said, hey, I don't know how to do a lot with Big Bertha, but what I do know how to do is cut these holes for these notebooks. So I can definitely show you how to do that. But don't ask no extra questions about Big Bertha, because I can't help you.
I
But we
know,
can
I
get the
know.
notebook covers cut out. We can do that. Mhm.
And we got over the fear of doing something unknown all at once.
Absolutely.
All at once. Well, I appreciate you, Talia. The class was absolutely phenomenal. You did a fantastic job with the class yesterday, and it's only up from here when it comes to learning more and doing more with your products. And once again, like I always tell everybody, Talia's templates and her supply list, top tier, top tier, top tier. The ink, the hey baby, the ink alone, which for the printer is worth the supply list. Is worth it. It's
I'm
completely
still
worth
adding to the supply list. So I have a couple more things I need to add, because they were asking for a few more things on yesterday. So I'm still adding to the supply list. So
that supply list is everything. It really, really is everything. And the templates to make your life so much easier. She, created two templates, one for the 8.5 by 11, and then one for the 11 by 17. For all of you guys who know what that's for, I'm not gonna go into that because that's part of her class. Hey. So I'm excited for you guys to get the replay. And remember, it is a crafting summer, and she's going to be doing all crafting classes for this summer. So I'm excited to see what her next class is going to be. We really appreciate you, Talia, and get the replay. Get the replay. Well, what can I say about this next creator? You have seen her start off with her AI models. She started off doing GPT. She's a physical creator. She is now doing like a mini podcast between her and her mini me. Um, Taylor is doing the thing. And we really, really appreciate everything that she does. And she is moving forward in this industry. And I really love working with her. She has always been one of those creators where um, she comes up with an idea and she executes that idea, and then she allows for me as a creator, sometimes when she gives the GPT to me, she says, okay, you use it this way. And I use the GPT the way she tells me to use it. And then I go, but it can do this. And she allows me the ability to be able to move her GPT in ways and stretch it in ways that that she probably didn't even think of. But then when we connect, I use her as my muse, and her GPT allows me to be able to do that. So Taylor, can you tell everyone about your GPT? Hello, ma'am.
Hi, everybody. I'm Taylor Made, CEO of Eclectic Creations. The GPT today is the When Guy Met Girl love story skit creator. So you already know I've been on this whole skit thing. Like, just I love. It's like I found something that I love, and I just absolutely love doing skits of all kinds. So this one came about. William kind of inspired this one with what he just did with his 3 newest GPTs that came out. So like with the mini me and me skit creator, like it gives you the whole skit and everything like that, but I would have to go back and read the script and everything like that because I do my own voiceovers and I will forget like sometimes. And then I'm working on a tablet because my computer is down. Somebody got remote access to my computer. It's a whole big mess, but we ain't gonna talk about that. God is good. So I'm working off this tablet and I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to keep going back and forth. So I'ma just do it where, the caption bubbles come up with with the words and everything so I can know what to say already. So, and then I'm just this real fan of love. I love the idea of being in love and all this other different stuff. So one of my favorite love movies is Love Jones and Pretty Woman, and it's just all these love movies. So I just wanted to, just do something fun with love and stay on what I was already the vein I'm already in with the skits. So yeah, that's how that came about. That was that.
Well, I know that I really, really enjoyed uh, working with your GPT. I had an idea that came to me about your GPT as I was working with it. I started off in your GPT with the skits, right? And it is for me that summer is a time where you meet that special someone, you fall in love, you're hanging out, you're going back and forth to the beach. And I'm going to say this because I live in California, you're going to the bonfires. Um, and when I said that to Talya and Martine, they're like, "What? Going to a bonfire? Who does that?"
No, we were just saying that's such a California thing to
Yeah.
say.
Because we don't even go to the bayou. It's too many mosquitoes and
Frolicking on
alligators.
the beach, and we're gonna go to a bonfire.
Mm-mm.
Bonfires
We
are
was
No.
at the
cool.
skating rink.
I mean, they are. We're just not in California.
We was at
Bonfires
That's
the
all.
trail ride down here.
cool.
We wasn't
I'm
at
a,
the
I'm a,
bonfire. We
I'm
was at the
from
trail
Cali,
ride.
so I
And the
get
skate
it.
ring. And the 8th grade dance. That's it.
We was riding through the mud on four-wheelers. That's what we was doing.
No,
At the Mardi Gras fair. Mardi Gras fair, told our mama, we told our mama we was going with our friends, but that boy we like was gonna be there too. That's what we was doing.
That's right.
Mama, if you're out there, I'm sorry.
but I wanted to kind of play around with her GPT in ways where you're able to just run it and get the imagery that you're looking for. Um, And so what I decided to do, number one, first I started with working with our GPT as is, and it gave me an amazing story. I will show you guys what I was doing. So this was my initial one where, her GPT asks you all the pertinent questions to get your characters, what kind of outfit, what kind of clothes do they have on. It asked me to choose a scene. I asked it to pick it because I wanted to see what it would do. And it came up with these really cute characters that are just meeting at a coffee shop. And I love that. They were having a conversation. He was new. He just moved there. She says, "Oh, really?" Then her next scene is, what about you? No, she says that she's been there for life. And then, of course, they fall in love. You know, just like every Hallmark movie, they fall in love and they are together because they met at that wonderful coffee shop. It was a moonshot and she found her person. But the thing that I loved about her GPT, I said to myself, what if I had a client that wanted me to narrate their love story and put it in a GPT? So I created a love story of a couple who meets at the man's place of work. She is sent there by a friend to help him at his place of work. And it, the names have been changed to protect the innocent. I don't know. The girl has glasses. I don't know who she might be. And her name starts with an R, but I don't know who she might be. So this is that person's love story. They meet at the warehouse. He does a candlelight dinner for her as a surprise. He tells him how thoughtful it is. And you see how everything is staying so consistent. They then go out and gaze amongst the stars. And he asks her if she wants to go for a ride. And
Are you sharing the screen?
oh, I am not sharing my screen.
I'm
Boo.
over here enjoying the
Is this
juiciness of the
is this the
story, baby.
prelude?
I
This the
didn't,
prelude?
I
We
forgot
didn't
about
know.
the
We didn't.
images.
This is the prelude. We was
Yeah,
trying to the
run us back.
interlude. We was trying to see what was going on. Was
You know, Regina got that voice. I was like, oh man, what's going on? What happened?
Sorry about that, guys.
Ah,
Here, let's go back to the first initial images. This is the story, and they meet at a coffee shop, right? So they meet one another at a coffee shop, and he is very excited. He's new in town, so then he meets her there, and then of course, just like I said, it like a great Hallmark movie, they fall in love. They are together forever in scene 5. But let's talk about using this for your client and being able to use their story as to be able to use their story and create the artwork for their story. So here we are with this wonderful, fabulous girl with glasses that meets a man at a warehouse. And on their very first day, he sets up a dinner at the warehouse with candles. He surprises her. And she's saying that she can't believe he set this up. He's so thoughtful. That is amazing. And then after that, they go out for a moonlight stroll, and he wants to go for a ride to look at the stars. And then they do their first ride, looking at the stars. And of course, they fall in love. Just like I didn't put the drama where they break up, the Hallmark at the 45-minute section. I didn't
don't
do that.
nobody want that.
Just went straight for falling in love with her GPT. But it allows you to be able to do that, which I absolutely adored, that you're able to take one story, it breaks it down into individual chapters, and then it just generates the art for those chapters. So Taylor, this was absolutely fabulous. I want to show you guys what it did in Midjourney as well. It was a really great story as well in Midjourney. Let me go pull this down so you guys can see it. And what I did in Midjourney, because I love Omni, I started out showing how you can just create your characters themselves. And then I chose, this is the first initial scene, and I had to make the decision of which characters did I want for my story, and I chose these two. So with the help of Omni, I moved my characters to the dinner by candlelight. Then I also moved them outside with the moonlight, same characters, still moving throughout. And then the journey had a little bit of problems trying to get there. You see, the faces are a little strange. They had a little bit of problem. So I was like, okay, I can fix this. I took it into the editor. Now they're in the car, doing all the driving. And of course, they have fallen in love. But it is just, I think the thing with Midjourney and Omni is just like kind of knowing the weights and moving everything around. But starting off with a solid prompt that I got from Taylor's GPT. And as you can see, I did the same thing with the other characters. I found the characters that I loved. Then I removed the background. Here they are again in the coffee shop, starting their journey as well. So it is just using it to be able to move the characters throughout. And if you're doing storybooks or any of those things where you want to create those children's books or storybooks or books about a person's love relationship, if people are getting married, this is a perfect GPT for you to use for them. You can present that story and, because Taylor animates, you can animate that story and move them throughout for the wedding and have it on the big screen about their love story as a couple. So that is what I did with your GPT, ma'am.
Nice. I really like that. I
Well,
really like that.
I appreciate it, but there's so many things going on right now behind people falling in love and different things like forever is a big thing. And Martine was we were having a conversation about forever and how this GPT you can use this GPT for kids and all the wonderful things. Martine, what were you going to say about that?
Absolutely. So my thought was teaching kids, especially preteens and teenagers, about consent. Consent is a big deal right now. One of the takeaways I had from the Forever movie was that they spent a lot of time making sure that they showcased what consent means in a relationship. And to me, no matter what you believe, whether you believe that them engaging and how they engage in that movie, if they're too young or not too young, or I think whether you're married, single, or otherwise, people don't have the right to have access to your body. And so I thought it did a very good job of talking about consent. So with a GPT like this, you could literally create stories, you can create series to help adults talk to their kids, their young people about consent, or to help them just navigate relationships a little bit more healthier. I don't think we talk about it as much, but dating abuse is still a real thing. I actually haven't heard anybody talk about it in a long time. Maybe it's just the season I'm in, but I don't really hear people talk about it. But it's still a thing. And as a former teacher at the high school level, maybe they be having complex relationships, multi-layered, multi-year. They be in. And if you're not, really communicating to your kid about what access and means and what it doesn't mean, they might find themselves in a situation that's more than they can handle in that season. So I thought this was a great GPT. So all my folks who do nonprofit work, if this is a niche for yours, this is a great GPT to start building these relational stories. And then you can go in and add some of the stressors that show up in relationships, especially when kids are young. And personally, I don't think 12, 13, 14 is definitely old enough to start talking about consent. And I thought this would be a good GPT to support that. Oh, sorry, Regina, my bad. Also, on the other side, for them folks getting married, this is a great way to create proposal books for people. I know it was something else. They could create the proposal little comic books. You could do that for people as part of your business.
I love that. That's such a great idea, Martine. It's like starting out, oh, can you imagine? I had another idea. Creating when you ask your bridesmaids to be able, yeah, right? Right. To create for you when you ask your bridesmaids and having it already done, and you can send it to them either via, they can have a link where the video comes up, Taylor. Video comes up and they are able to, you're able to ask them to be your bridesmaids. I've known you for this amount of time, and I could just see that done with it as well.
Oh, Taylor, let me get your permission because I don't typically make new stuff, but it just hit me. I'm gonna have to play and see. My mom just retired, right? So I think I could do a little comic book strip of her leaving the classroom and going home and how much she's going to fall in love with retirement. She just, mamas be asking. So she just asked me to do a project. She said she's going to pay me, but I doubt it. I'm not going to charge her. I think that was her way of saying, you going to do this for me, right? uh, so if I can, I'd like to play with your GPT to see if I can render a few blocks to help tell that story.
You already have it. It's at your disposal, ma'am.
I love it. I love it. Like I said, the GPT is absolutely phenomenal. It really allows you to be very creative and expressive about love. And remember, even though we're in the third and fourth quarter, guess what's coming up next? The first quarter, and Valentine's Day is in the first quarter. You can be ahead of the game with this GPT. Because Taylor always really does a great job as far as like writing and having things and being able to push her GPT in different ways that most people are not able to push GPT. So I really appreciate working with her GPT. So thank you again, Taylor. It was absolutely phenomenal. And look,
Thank
I,
you
I
very
want
much.
to I want to see some videos of you, showing love on your
Oh,
page.
I'm working on that. I had fell asleep last night. I went to bed like 2 o'clock in the morning, up playing with this GPT and generating images. Because the first one that I'm gonna come out with from that is the guy and a girl, they love story. They met serving at church, and she rough around the edges, you know what I'm saying? But to look at her, you wouldn't be able to tell, but she real rough around the edges and angry, and and he trying to show her how to do something, and she trying to take over. And he was like, hold on, we here to serve together. We ain't here to argue. So it was just like real cute. So I can't wait to finish doing that. So as soon as that's done, I'll make sure I post it and tag you in it. I got you.
I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it because I love how you infuse humor into your post and do all the things. It's absolutely phenomenal. And I think for us who are doing different things and being able to use your prompts and move them over to Midjourney for Omni, if you guys did not take my Omni class for you to create, you really, really need to, because I have made it very easy for people to do consistent characters and move them across the board. And it was one of those classes that I did as a labor of love because I have a background with film and television. So I have a couple things that I know that are help you be consistent as you move and put different things in different containers. And I brought that to the Omni class. It was one of those classes where you got to put your reps in, and I'm not going to lie to you about that. You got to put your reps in, but once you get the steps down, you will do them over and over and over and over again, and your characters will stay consistent over and over and over again. So I really appreciate everybody that came to the class, especially those who are in TRM learning, who that did not only get one class, they got two classes as a part of TRM learning, because I love to be able to show them how to do things over in TRM learning. If you're not a part of TRM, I suggest that you become a part, because it is absolutely one of the best, most um, I will have to say this about the people who are in TRM learning. Number one, it is a place where you can be open and honest. And if you have something that you need to learn, you are able to, during the co-working sessions, you are able to have those conversations. But it is such an inclusive place where they will come in, they'll talk about different things, they'll bring different things in. And because we want to serve as TRM, we are always trying to innovate and bring new things in. Martine has done some phenomenal work um, with TRM and all the things with her classes and her replays and all of the little nuances, like she created a generator that is off the chains. It is absolutely amazing, the generator that she created. It just it creates she started off with a trend. I went deeper into the trends with my mood boards, and then she just took it over the top with her generator. So Martine, can you talk a little bit about your generator?
Absolutely. Let me go pull some things. Yes, so I have been so lucky to be in the Canva seasons. Put a one in the chat if you're in Canva seasons right now, if you're learning all the Canva season goodness. Ty and Amisha Bazemore of Cocoa Twins, their week was the Canva code. And let me tell y'all something, them sisters they Canva coding it down. My mama says something like, "You're gonna dance your booty off." They've been dancing their booty off on this Canva code, you understand? And so I have been playing with it, but they gave me some things that really helped me refine what it was I was doing with Canva code and how I chose to approach it. So this Canva app is located in our Patreon. If you're not prepared to go all in and get the Patreon, you can buy it as a single purchase item. So you can go to our shop. I'll drop the shop in the chat and you can get it. But I do want to show you how it works and what's included. Now that I love when I get to learn things and then I get to share it. All right, I see y'all Canva seasons. Y'all been having a good time at Canva seasons. I hope so. I hope y'all have been having a really good time. So I'm going to show you this generator and then I will show you some of the art. I formatted this generator, this prompt generator, to support two things. You guys know that I just taught a market research class and I am really, really serious about no longer making products that people don't want. I spent a lot of months making products that nobody wanted. How do I know? Because I ain't asked them what they wanted to begin with. I ain't asked them no questions. I was just out there making stuff I like. You probably can connect to that. And so with this generator, we are looking at 3 trends that are popping up when you go in the stores. You probably are seeing it. If you're shopping in online, if you're shopping on Etsy, there are 3: Island Luxe, Maritime Living, which is coastal. Another word for it is fisherman core or fisherman aesthetic. That's another one. And messy coquette. So the coquette bows haven't gone anywhere, but they've added this whole like messy coquette piece. So the way this Canva app works is for each one of these trends. Let me pause. Here's why we lead with trends. We want to make things that people are already saying they want. It's one way. And then, like I said before, you add your own twist. I saw this. I saw these trends. My twist is a prompt generator. Okay. So you don't need to go make the same exact prompt creator that I made. You're going to develop your own twist. That is how looking at trends work. And that's how you make meaning of trends. So with these 3 trends, you can hit the randomize button for all 3 of them. And then at the bottom, there we go. It's actually going to fill in all the banks. So it put his hibiscus and banana leaves. I'm working with the Island Luxe. So we've got the Island Luxe, the muted taupe, sand beige. And so it gave me everything I needed. And then I hit generate prompts. And then I'm going to copy this prompt to the clipboard. And then I'm going to take it over to Midjourney. So I'll show you what this looks like in Midjourney. Let me, let's go to Midjourney here. And then we're going to reshare. And then I just paste it in like this, like so. And then these prompts work in, I would say, Midjourney 7 standard. So I'm not in draft mode and it looks like I don't have my personalization turned on. All right, so that's what hibiscus and banana looks like for the Island Luxe. Okay, and that's just me hitting the random. I knew that Talya was teaching the journals class. So these are actually formatted for journal covers. Why? Because I went into 5 and Below and honey, they had all these journals that were aligned to some of the trends that are happening. I'm like, oh, so when people are going like to the Airbnb, they're bringing notebooks with them. That's what's happening. They're bringing these notebooks. They're writing notes on them. They're leaving little notes for people. They're journaling. There's this huge trend where women are having, I would say, like a quiet weekend away, and they literally go and they grab all their friends and they spend the weekend. They may read and they do a lot of quiet time as a group. And so these notebooks are really coming in handy when we talk about creating unique products that match certain trending themes. So I'll go back here. Yep, I'll go back here, and then let's look at, I'm going to randomize here as well. Ceramic vases and seashells, turquoise, sandy white, coastal watercolor, wave-like, medium scale. All right, so it did all that work for me. Generate the prompt. So it's real simple and straightforward. I'll copy that prompt there. And then let's go put it into, and then I'll show you the last little thing you could do. It's a real simple, all right, let's put that one in. And while that's running, I'm going to show you the last one. And then I'm going to give you some more tea too. Let's see. What happened to my, there it is. Okay. I'm going to show you one more thing. And then as always, you can also personalize. So let's look at it when we personalize. So I'm going to click, I'm going to go down. I'm going to choose Messy Coquette. And then I can actually choose from these lists. And I have been big on lipstick lately. I don't know, I don't wear any. But I'm also going to add a lipstick. And then I want hot pink and purple because that's my jam, hot pink. And I just hit the add button and purple. And then I can choose my own background, choose the art style. I'm gonna do fabric texture because that's, or you can come up with your own. I want playful. I want small scale. We'll see what it does. And I want powder puffs. All right, and then I will generate that prompt. It's gonna give me that prompt. And then I will head on over to Midjourney and see what that gives me. All right, so it's a real simple GPT, but it packs a lot of power. And let's look at our maritime GPT. This is in, Stephanie, this is in the Patreon. This is a Canva app that's in the Patreon. I'll drop the link. Ooh, those came out fun. Look at there. I actually really like those. I don't know what y'all think. So these are prompts that, oh, I like the texture there.
Notebook cover for sure.
Yeah, these are cute. Oh, I like how those are all slanted. Side note, florals are trending as well. And this is Messy Coquette. Oh, I like that as well. It's different. These also could be sized down and bookmarks. All right, so let's go look at this maritime one. Oh, those came out nice. All right, so this Canva app, and I am going to show you. Can y'all still see my screen? I think so. Okay. I'm going to show you where to find them. Let me show you where to find them. And this is for our Patreon. I'll show you Patreon and non-Patreon subscribers. I'll show you both. All right, so then let's go here. And all right, so this is the TRM Learning Patreon. We do have community posts, so I definitely recommend that you join, even as a free member. But when you go to collections, Patreon subscribers, you will look under GPTs. And then this Canva app is listed in the GPTs. Okay, it comes with a tutorial that gives you a deep dive, and it gives you all the information you need to know. Plus, you get a prompt bundle, image bundle, and the Canva app. Okay, and then for my people who are like, I'm not ready to commit to a membership, it is in our shop. It is $17. And if you didn't know, all of our GPTs are actually in the shop. Side note, we also do GPT evaluations. So if you want someone to evaluate your GPT or anything else you want us to evaluate, just let us know. And you can go ahead and get your stuff evaluated. All right. So I think that's it. I feel like I'm rambling. I'm gonna shut up now and stop talking.
Well, you gave me a little bit of time so I could go in and play with your generator and move it over to Midjourney. I wanted everybody to see because, you know, everybody has a different general aesthetic to, especially when you're using Midjourney. My personalization, your personalization, how your generator generates is unique to you. And I love that about Midjourney now. So I was playing with my favorite part of Martine's thing is to play with the randomizer, right? So to be able to see the pattern outright is absolutely beautiful. You see how, and my favorite one of hers is Messy Coquette. You'll be able to see it as it goes on. Um, and you just are able to have all of these amazing patterns that you can put in your shop right now for repeating patterns. Look at this, Martine. This is perfect for anyone that is doing scrapbooking, junk journaling,
Yep.
all of the things.
Yep.
Look, that is absolutely phenomenal. All of these patterns came out of Martine's generator. She's done a fantastic job with her generator. I love this one too. And the repeating patterns are absolutely phenomenal. She has really, if you're ready to jump into creating journal covers, wraparound covers, this is a great generator. Look at that, Martine. Isn't that awesome?
Hey,
I
that's
love it.
cute.
Super cute. And
Please
I like
send
that
that
one.
to me. Thank you, kindly.
okay, I'll send that. Look at that one. And the thing about it, see, I work in about 300, and you're able to take that 1,000 off. You're able to take the tile off. You're able to do all the things that you need to do as a creator with this. This one's cute too. With her generator, and I absolutely adored playing with every single one of
Yeah, those came out great.
they came out so good. They came out so good. So it is an amazing generator. And like she said, she learned a lot of that going through Canva seasons.
Mhm.
And we really, really love everything that you've done with that. I know I did. I know I did. I had a great time with it.
Yeah, I'm excited. So Patreon subscribers, keep a lookout. You know your girl is staying close to the trends. I've already started doing fall research. And that's the good part about being in the Patreon. You know, we're doing a lot of this work so that you don't have to. And so we can just tell you what they are because we're doing the real live research. So that you could get to creating and get your products out. The key with all of this is first to market. You're working hard to be first to market, whether it be through having the right keywords in your listings, properly positioned, because you want your products on the first page. Products on first page. Ain't nobody buying nothing on page 2,452. Ain't nobody back there. We're trying to get your products on the first page, and tapping into trends is one way to do that. Great question, Miss Lula. Yes, so the generator is a part of Tier 1 membership. So those of you that are not ready to commit to a full subscription, you can just get that generator, or you can also join the subscription and you'll get all the art at that tier. So that includes any art prompt guides that Regina provided, art or anything else that Talya provided, and then the Canva app. So you'll get all three.
Well, it's almost that time, isn't it, Martine? The wheel is about to close.
It is. I'm gonna drop in the chat one more time. And I did have some more branding to you. I know we talked about this earlier, but as we were having this call, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get him some more stuff. Is that okay? Do we have time to
Oh,
talk about it for
we
like,
have plenty of time. I'm sure they have plenty of time to give away something on the call.
okay, well, I'm gonna drop the link back, but I'm gonna give y'all some more tea. So a lot of you were in the branding discussion, the branding mindset with DCT, and we really had a very good conversation about why it is so important to get your mindset around branding. And one of the things that we talked about was looking at the world around you and deciding what you like. What are your eyes drawn to? What is important to you? What do you love? What colors and shapes should really represent the brand that you're trying to create and build? Now, we didn't have time to really go into this in a lot of detail. So, we have some time tonight. So I'm going to give you guys some homework. So um, those of you that took the branding session, you getting some extra tea for being on TRM tonight, and you're gonna feel that more prepared for the Canva seasons on Friday. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna drop a link, and we're gonna talk about it for just a few minutes, not too long. Okay, so I'm gonna share that screen. I'm gonna move this over. All right, so let's talk about it. In the chat, I'm gonna drop a link to you guys. It is called Canva's Design Trends. Yes, we're gonna talk about this during the class, but those of you that are preparing to go attend that class, I'm gonna give you some homework to do right now. Okay. Canva last year put out, let me put it on Facebook too before I forget. Canva put out a design trend page, and this is what it looks like. And what Canva's just like everybody else, they're in the business of making money. And so they put out this design trends page to help us understand what are the visual designs that are popular right now. For established brands, this allows you to give your brand a slight refresh based on things people want to see. Okay. For brand new brands, this is an opportunity to create a brand that uses a lot of common trends that are present right now. Now, on the screen, you see that it's, oh, look at her. Canva is so interactive. I love them. So if you notice, it's spinning, right? You see how it's moving? These are I think it's seven areas or 7 design trends that Canva has noted are popular. Okay. So when I click on serious fun, I'm a serious fun girl. Serious fun is pop, it's bold, it's still professional, but it adds a little bit of fun into the mix. Okay, this is my jam. I love the peach with the gold. I love the cherries. And when I scroll down, it gives me a set of templates that I can tap on. If I click on graphics, it gives me graphics that I can look on. And I could literally use these things in Canva. Okay. So those of you are like, I don't know what I like. I don't know, I don't know what I want you to look at the Canva trends and see which one of these design styles speaks to you. Okay. This is called silly fun. If you look at a lot of my branding, it's going to look very similar to this. Okay. So when I click on these graphics here, it actually opens up into its own document. And I can go in and pick out the elements that I like from this design aesthetic. Okay. And then I could use these in my own brand. Yeah, Canva is bursting with all the things. Okay. This is serious fun. Talya and I are probably both a little bit of serious fun. She's got a serious fun vibe in her design look as well. Okay. Let me see. Regina, on the other hand, let me go find hers. Regina is more of an opulence girl. All right. Opulence is like luxury, clean lines. I'll drop the link in the chat. I didn't type it in the search. I'll show you, Diana, how to get to the elements. this is more of her vibe. A lot of her designs, if you see the things she puts out, they're more so like this. Nice clean lines, the brown chairs, the greens. Green shows up a lot in her design aesthetic. And if I click on, let's say I click on this template, it actually opens up and I can manipulate it. Okay. So for my folks who are saying, I don't know what my design aesthetic is. All right, let me show y'all. They even have video in this one. So like I can see some of Regina's art sitting on top of this video with the water hitting the flowers. Like I absolutely can see that. I can see some of her content with these light shadows because she doesn't like a lot of clutter. She doesn't like clutter. She doesn't like a lot of objects, but just little small movements. I think is something that I wouldn't be surprised would show up in her brand. And then hers has photography as well. All right. So how I want you to treat this is it's an opportunity to explore what your design vibes are through the lens of these popular trends. Okay. And here's what I want you to know. And this is the thing. Canva is tracking the searches. They know what they're, because it's important to them to know what's popular in their own business. They're doing market research on their own business. Okay. These are searches that are happening in Canva. So they're telling you these are what people are searching for the most. And they're giving you an idea of how you can shape your own brand. Okay. So if you have missed out on Canva season, it's not too late. Okay. Not too late. You can join. I will be doing the final class of the 6-week season. And I want to invite you because I'm going to be talking to you about how to incorporate design trends into your brand. If you were on the earlier call, I'm going to be talking to you about how to take this thing that's in your head and make meaning for it inside of Canva through brand kits and through templates. So I'm going to drop those links there. If you're not already in, it's not too late. I would go ahead and get in while the getting is good. Because I'm going to tell you this, there have been requests for season 2. And one thing I've learned about Misha is she has stuff up, but she will take it down. And you will miss out. You're going to miss out, right? When she first taught GPTs many moons ago, I was sluggish and she didn't teach it again for 8 weeks. And I was like, well, doggone it. I was not on it. So if she was to take it down, that's good business because she's positioning her offers in a way that you need to make sure that you're taking advantage of opportunities when they're available, because there's nothing saying they're going to always be available. Okay. All right. That's it for me on that. And Regina, I'm about to go work on the principal.
Okay, perfect. Well, I just wanted to say to everybody that came today, thank you guys for coming. We have had 2 amazing creators that have shown amazing things. And then, of course, Martine is an amazing creator as well. But our featured creators, Miss Sage and Miss Taylor, thank you guys so much for, Taylor with her amazing love that it's going to take you all the way through, because remember, I just thought about this as I was saying it, that you can manipulate the story to have it for Thanksgiving love, Christmas love, summer love. You can do all the loves. It'll take you through all your quarters. And then we have Sage, who, like I said, her prompts for coloring books are epic. They're epic. And you're able to create these amazing images in multiple generators because you're starting off with a very solid prompt that allows you to do the things that you do. For me, I love Dali. I don't like the new generator. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm putting it out there. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's okay. I don't like it. I know it can do all the things, create this, create that, but the images are horrible. I am just waiting for the new CEO to get in her seat so I can have a conversation with her about it. I love Dolly. I love using her prompts over in Dolly to get the look that I absolutely love. That generator's still there. You just have to search for it. It's still there. So if you guys are having any issues with the generators and the images that you're getting, just look for Dolly. Just look for Dolly and put that in there. And I think as creators and people who use this, we need to be honest with you guys about the uses of the GPTs and what it can do and what it can't do. Because if you're using it by yourself at home, you're not going to be able to get the imagery that I've moved and manipulated and did all the things. So for me as a person and as a creative, I tell the truth on how I get what I get. They start off with a very solid prompt in the GPT, and then I move it to DALL-E. Sometimes it comes out great in the 4.0. It does, you know, but ultimately, I don't think that they really thought through and really took into account artists when they made the change. They were thinking about a larger group of people, what I call novice designers, and that people that want to come in, hit it, do one thing, and then move on. But for us who are creatives and want to see beautiful things and place beautiful things in the world, they did not think about us. So I will be definitely addressing that very soon. It is, I love working in ChatGPT. The simplicity of ChatGPT, sitting there watching images generate is like watching paint dry for me because it's terrible. Who thought that that was great? They were like, "Yay, let's just take longer." Um, who was in that meeting? I always say who was in that meeting. But for those who are still creating GPTs, continue creating your GPTs because eventually we will get it back to where it moves a little faster. And hopefully what they did and the reason why they did it was the fact that they don't have the GPU power right now, because I always can tell from the background, if they've got the GPU power, we should have been moving faster. It makes no sense that we're not moving as fast as we are. So that tells me that they're lagging on GPU power. They bit off more than they could chew, so they're slowing us down to make it fair for everybody else, right? But Midjourney, we're still moving because we got GPUs. Yay for us. Yay for us. But and honestly, and I'm going to be honest about Midjourney as well, when Midjourney starts to move to video, the GPU power is going to be strained and we may end up moving just a wee bit slower. But he's buying more GPUs. It's just going to take a little bit time for us to get on track. So that's another thing, like Martina always talks about, knowing your business, knowing your customer base, and being proactive with your customer base. The truth should have been told to the customer base that the GPU power was strained. And this is what we're going to do to get that GPU power back up. You as a business owner need to say the same thing. You need to be honest with your customer. If you're not able to do certain things, be honest with that customer. And that fosters credibility with your customer. Just like Martine said, you want to be a business people think about as credible. She talked about that in the meeting a little bit earlier. So I just want you guys to know that we at TRM, we are never going to say, this is fabulous, this is wonderful. And you get home, you're like, this ain't fabulous, this is not wonderful. What in the heck am I doing? How come my images don't come out like this? So we tell you the truth up front of how I get it, where I move, what generators I go to, all the things. We're going to always, always, always be upfront with you as far as what comes out of the generators every single time. If you have questions and you get stuck on something, you can always put a message in school, or you can message me in Messenger on Facebook, and I will get back with you. May not be that same day, but I will get back with you. I will. Okay. Martine, I'm the queen of stretch. Have I stretched enough? I'm doing the TV. Have I stretched enough? Have I stretched enough? No. Okay. Continue to stretch. All right. Okay. So it is the crafting summer, Miss Talya. What are some of your ideas actually, I can stretch a little bit more because you know what I forgot? Talia's tips. I forgot Talia's tips.
Don't worry about it.
Are you
Don't worry
sure?
about Talia's tips this evening because we done waited a little bit too late. Okay.
Okay.
I done already punched the holes and all the stuff. So all
They
I got
want
left to do is put the spiral on there. Don't even.
they want to see at least what you did. They you showed Sage's thing. Now you done set the people
Hey,
up. Now they don't even get to see it.
You saw it already. I thought we were saving that to the end. And then when we brought it up, I was just like,
You said that I was going to do something and you didn't.
girl, hold, please. Here I
Mhm.
come. Let me set my other
All right.
camera up.
While you setting up the camera, I'm going to talk to Dion and Miss Lewis because I like using her last name. Dion.
Hey, ladies. I put a flyer in the chat for the Empower Him GPT for Sage. So I can drop it again for you guys because I know a couple people asked for it.
Yes.
So if you want to cash app her because she's having the computer issues, then she can actually send you the link if you want that Empower Him GPT.
Absolutely. I just got it. I think you sent it directly to me, so you can put it into the everyone. But I think I got it right here, ma'am. I'm moving it right now.
Yeah, they've changed the chat bot. I done sent about 5 things that's supposed to go everybody to Regina. Like, you sent this to me. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Y'all
so
did a good job of signing up. We had 101 signups tonight. Good job, everybody. Good job. And
Miss
everybody's name is on there. So that's it.
Miss Lewis, you had a question or a comment?
Yeah, I got a question. So, how can I don't see the button on the TRM. Hold on, let me start over. On my phone, on the Patreon, I'm already like connected on my computer. And so I just set it up where I could have like a password, but I don't see where I could connect the app. So it's showing me as an active member. When I go through it, if I said become a member, it doesn't give me a place where it could say already a member. Let me see. About anyway, put that in the back burner. If you can assist me through this, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But I'm excited because I'm a member.
Yay. Yay. Martine, you like I said, Martine is gonna figure that out.
Yes, but I had to take a little pressure off of Talya though too.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you, Talya.
Diana,
Yes.
I want you to message me the email that you used to sign up with.
Okay. All right. I'll
You can
do it.
send me a message.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Well, Talia is getting that together because I put her on the spot. Thank you very much, Talia. I appreciate it. But it gives Martine a little bit of time to get the wheel to completely together. Um, like I always say, I would like to say thank you to everybody who comes and who comes on a weekly basis. This is an amazing thing that we're able to do every single week to talk about what people create and to be able to show people's creations to the world. And we don't take it for granted that you guys could be doing a million other things, but you decided to come to spend this time with us. And we really, really, really appreciate it. It is not uh, yeah, it is not by accident that you are here. You are supposed to be here. You are supposed to hear what you heard today, and you are supposed to glean from that and move your businesses forward. Even if it's not for your business, it's for you to move your life forward. Being a part of a community that is open and is able to give you the information that you need is a very rare thing these days. There are a lot of communities out there where it is um, closed and they only want you to see what they do versus showing what other people do. And I love that about our communities that we are in, that from DCT to TRM, we are really about you guys being able to be in the forefront uh, because it does me as a creative know I feel bad when I'm like, oh, yay, this is what I do. This is what I do. This is what I do. And I don't teach anyone else what I do. It just I've never been that person. So I just really, really love to see people thrive and grow and move. And I love that one, I call it the spark, when I can see where the light bulb comes on and you actually get it. It is like one of my greatest joys as an instructor to see that. So I really appreciate when that happens, or when I see it in the square where somebody goes, "Oh, I get it. I get it." Okay. All right, Miss Martine. She's looking over to the side.
I'm ready.
You're ready. Perfect. I'm gonna spotlight you right now, ma'am.
See how I said it all begrudgingly? I'm ready.
It's so awesome. I love it.
Okay, so I already did all the things except put the spiral in here. Okay, so I'm just gonna give you a rundown of what I did. So I printed these on these are 4x6s. So I did two on an 8.5 by 11. So they're 4x6 pages, and I just cut them out. And I have a spiral binding machine, and I just cut the holes in them. Right, right. This is only a 10 page because again, this is a mini coloring book. This is just something for you to throw in there and take with you on those days when you really need to get some stuff done, right? When life is life and you just need a break. Instead of eating the Kit Kat, grab some color pencils or some colors and get in this coloring book. You understand? So, the only thing that I have left to do is to put the spiral in here because I did all the work prior to now. This front cover, oh, I'm sorry, because I did do something else because I got a piece of acetate on top of it as well. So I cut this down to a 4x6 as well. This paper here is a glossy cardstock by Koala. It's double-sided, 69-pound cardstock. Y'all know that's what I love. So, and I put an acetate sheet on it for protection because I didn't feel like laminating today. Okay. Yes. All right.
Talia,
So
you
I'm
have a question while you're doing putting the spirals on.
right ahead.
How long does it take for you to make one of these? And then you also have, is this premium paper or cardstock?
Okay, so my interior paper is a 67-pound Bristol vellum. I will show that to you guys in just a moment. I'll pull it up so you can see it. But I'm just, putting the spirals in. And, as a crafter, I probably could make this in 10 minutes, but, for the average Joe, I can't righteously say how long that would take, but for a stepper as myself, it'd take me about 10 minutes. So the spirals are in. Let me get my little cutter here. So I'm just gonna cut off the excess if I can grip it. Okay. All right. And I will take the end and curve it in there. And I'll do the same thing on this side. Gotta grip it, and tuck, and tuck. There you go. Tuck under there. Trying to get it in the middle so y'all can see it.
I love it. It's
So
so cute.
my paper is, I do use premium products. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I don't like to do nothing halfway. This is a 67-pound Bristol vellum. So it's not like regular cardstock. One thing I will say, if you use something like 110-pound cardstock and you use alcohol markers, your colors will be slightly different. So that's why I use a lighter weight cardstock on my coloring. I had to learn that as well. But let me show you what my paper looks like. This is the brand that I use here. Nina.
Demia nailed it. This would
67.
make great custom party favors. Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely, it will. So this is Nina Vellum Bristol, 67 pound. I usually purchase this from Amazon, but I ran out, so I had to end up getting it from Office Depot. But it is available on Amazon. If you would like me to drop the link, I can do that for you. But here's my cutie patootie little notebook that I can just take with me and color as I wish. And again, this is a 50-pound cardstock on the back, 50 point cardstock. So it's hard and, you know, it's plenty for you to color on and not have to have something underneath it to color. You can color right on here because it's hard on the back.
Well, I
Y'all got
love
any
that.
other questions? And it's a 4x6.
They're asking what ink did you use?
Those who
probably
know me know. Okay, I have a Canon Pixma IX6820 photo printer. It is the best. I recommend it to everyone who is in search of a printer. It is the best one ever.
Monique, you said drop the link. Are you referring to the link to her class, or are you referring to the link to the GPT that created the images? Just let me know.
Now, this is all Sage here. This is from Sage's GPT. Oh, printer link. Hold, please. Un momento. I gotcha.
Okay, got it. Love that. Thank you for dropping Sage's Cash App again as well. Appreciate that. She's going to be dropping the links for the Amazon as well. But her complete list, I will tell you guys, is going to be, she's going to drop the printer list, but her complete list is in her class. Okay, so she will drop the printer link, but her complete list is in her class. And that, like I always tell everybody, her class is A1. But that supply list, baby, it is top tier, top tier. And we really, really appreciate Talya doing this, giving me my stretch. We really, really do. I love, I love her work. She's so good at coming up with design and her ideas. Yes, Demia.
Quick question. This was for Taylor, or anybody. Can I use the GPT to create a graphic novel? Because I've been kind of struggling with, working on creating the consistent images. Because my daughter, we have two stories that we're trying to illustrate, and I kept running into issues with not being able to keep the character consistent, but changing the scenes. So yeah, that was my question.
I'm going to answer for Taylor. Yes.
It just might. I've never tried it to write a novel or anything like that, but I don't doubt it because I try to make sure that it's able to do a lot of different things other than what I intended for it, other than my vision. I know that, some people has, expanded visions or whatever. So I would say get it. I would say give it a try. I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it at all. At all. But to give you a definite yes or no, I'm not able to do that because I've never tried. I've never asked for it.
Demia, so when I created the story, I just did a paragraph and then I asked it to break it out into different scenes. and it broke it out into different scenes, and the characters stayed consistent from scene to scene to scene. So you're able to create the graphic novel, but what I would say is give it specific instructions, tell it exactly what kind of art style you want, what you're looking for, and just really break it down, and then feed it into the GPT, and it will create it. Because my characters stayed the same, their clothing stayed the same. If you want to change their clothing, then you tell the GPT to change it, and tell it what background scenes that you're thinking about. Like if you have an outline of your story, put it into the GPT, and it should be able to do it, because my characters stayed consistent throughout.
Okay, I'll get it and try it out, because I know I can get the like comic book kind of layout in Canva and all of that, but I was just, it was either going to be that or we were just going to do a traditional story layout, you know, with the, you know, a few pictures in the book. So, but I wanted to give her something different.
Yeah,
Thank-
I would say that hey, this is my story, blah, blah, blah. I want it in a comic book layout. And then you can also remember with ChatGPT, you can go find a image that looks like what you want, upload that image along with your story, tell her GPT, hey, this is the look that I want, and it'll jump from there.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm. Thank you, Talya, for doing Talya's tips. A quick, fast version of Talya's tips while Martine got the wheel completed. So, Martine, are you ready?
Yes, I am. Even though I need to turn share my sound. Let me share my sound, and then we are ready to roll. All right, let's see. Top of the hour. Yes, I am. Even though everybody won for the dog boss today. Everybody won. We all winners. Thank you, dog boss. Ready to roll. All right, let's see. Please go grab her empowerment sheet. Yes, I am. $27 in the chat. And let me pause and say this. These ladies are on our Patreon, and she had a rough challenge today, and her tribe got around her and helped her get something put out today. That's what this is about, y'all. You cannot do this by yourself. All right? That's what it means to have somebody's back. That's what it really means to be collaboration over competition. These individuals could care less if they're not earning a dime. They did it because that's a person that's part of their community. They're working with each other to be the best business women they can be. So I want to make sure I shout them out. But hey, everybody won. All right, what's next? Everybody won. Let's see, who did we have next? Who went after that?
We have Taylor, and then I'm going to give a seat to my replay as well. And then I'm after that.
Okay, so then we're gonna do 2 for Taylor's wonderful love script GPT. Let's go.
I'll give away one as well to my replay from yesterday.
Okay.
And you need to share again because it was doing a double echo, so I stopped your share.
Oh, thank you. It is doing a double echo because I don't know where the audio is coming from. Y'all not getting no audio today. I don't think that's gonna happen. Why are we getting it now? I'm getting a double echo. Okay.
Is your Facebook window open?
It's probably been like that for an hour. All right, let's try it. Oh, I've got more than one window open. Let's see, because I heard it again. Let's see, where else is it open? Oh, all right, there we go. Thank you, Stephanie, because I was lost. Charlene Grant won that first GPT though, even though y'all couldn't hear nothing. Let's see.
This was Taylor's GPT. I'm
Taylor's
writing it
GPT. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, that was Miss Charlene Grant. Mm-hmm. All right, this is the second one. Oh, thank God. No double echo. Alicia Brown. Alicia stopped into one of the Color Me Coms before. Congratulations. All right, then next up we have a seat for Regina. Replay from her class seat.
Yeah, I want this one. That Omnilock was bomb. Ooh.
That would be Miss Taylor May.
Look at God.
Look at God. She just said, man, I need to get more of these classes under my belt. She just said that. All right. I will give away a seat to my marketing research class.
Okay, so this one's yours. And then we'll give one away for mine. Okay.
Look at Toya. Toya, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, Toya. And if you already got that, let me know. I got something else for you. Toya done won like several of my last classes, couple classes. All right, then what else, Talia?
My repurposed replay from yesterday.
Repurpose replay. And we had some questions in the chat about the Patreon too. Before we wrap.
Okay.
Miss Martine, I think it's crazy to say my own name out loud. It's been a whole entire lifetime. No one ever had my name, or I didn't have Martine Macklin's name. I don't know which one it is. All right. Congratulations, everybody. So questions that came from the chat. This month we have 3 classes. I started with the market research class. Listen, if you are making products because you like them, that's part of the formula. The other formula is you got to find other people that like them and you got to talk to them so that they hear you. My class covers on how to do that. Then we had Regina's OmniLock class. The OmniLock class is going to teach you what everybody's been saying they've been wanting since we started. I want consistent characters. I want to be able to create a book, and I want the character to be in different poses, head to toe, full body, and move along the book. Her class is going to walk you through the workflow to do that. All right. And then we had Talya's Recover class. Take out them 50-cent composition notebooks that you've been having in your closet since back to school 2022, and let's make some money with them. At 50 cents, we're talking about well over a 40% margin. You could be making money, but you've got to learn how to cover those notebooks and make it look like it's priceless. Okay. Those are the 3 classes from this month. Here's the deal. I'm just going to tell y'all, there's a secret to the sauce. If you've been on the fence, I would purchase the tier 3. It's $97 a month. That's about $33 per person for our class. And by the time you factor in co-working sessions, the art, it actually ends up being like not even 33. It's less than that. Okay. Purchase this subscription on the 14th and the 15th. Here's why. You will get all the replays from this month, and you will get the fresh 3 new classes for the next month. That's the secret to the sauce. So you'll get 6 classes that very first month, the last 3 replays, and the first 3 of your new cycle. Okay. So if you're looking to really get an excellent deal, purchase tier 3 on the 14th and 15th of this month. After that, those the replays disappear. They're no longer in the Patreon, and you just have the 3 classes that are in front of you when you purchase after the 15th.
Well, that is everything from me. It was great to have everybody on once again. Talya showing her mini coloring book gives me ideas. You know, you can actually do that for bridesmaids parties as well. You guys can get together, calm and color. Yeah. I'm just saying, it's little, you can put it in their basket, the whole entire thing. I think that's such a cute idea. You did such great work with that.
Coloring is taking over in a way that you guys have no idea. Coloring is back in full force. Okay. It's back.
Cheaper than therapy. Therapy high. Everybody can't pay for therapy. You can
Yes,
color your way
absolutely.
out of some things, and it's
Yes.
cheaper than drinking.
It is cheaper than drinking.
It's a lot
Cheaper than
cheaper than
drink.
drinking.
It
Absolutely.
really is.
That is correct.
Put
It's
it's
a
better
lot
for your
cheaper than
health.
therapy too. So,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Put that bottle down. Get you some color pencils.
You had a question, Miss Lula?
I like the booklet because I was thinking about making little small booklets, but just motivational quotes in there. You know how you just need a little pick me up, something similar to those daily bread booklets that that they published out there. So when I saw that, I was like, oh my goodness, that is the right size, and you can control the page count. So that's an idea as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I love it.
I'm gonna show y'all how to do some booklets before this summer is out. We're gonna do some little small booklets because I got that new stapler that it's a long one, so I can staple them on the inside. We coming. I told y'all this is a crafting summer. We crafting all summer. Y'all just get ready. We crafting.
And I gotta say to Erica, how you gonna look glamorous in a bonnet? How you just gonna look
That's right.
how you gonna look
You know
glamorous?
what? We might start having TRM after hours, the Bonnet Chronicles.
How you gonna look
I
glamorous
didn't wash my face yet. That's how.
She's got it all cocked to the side, look beautified, got her earrings on. How you look glamorous in a
Might
bonnet?
call it
Yeah, I
books
just
and
put the
bonnets.
bonnet on
You
because
don't
I'm
know.
sleepy, but I didn't do the whole get uncute routine.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you look glamorous in a bonnet. I'm just
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming. We appreciate having Sage and Taylor on, and we can't wait for to see what's going to happen next Sunday. If you have a product and you would like to be a part of this wonderful collective of people who come on and show their products, please submit the form for TRM, and we will definitely bring you up, show you everything about your product, and promote it to the people who come every single week. So thank you so much. Stephanie, you said drop the link to what again? Because I got all these different things.
Panelists?
Oh, I'll send, yeah, the panelists. Okay, I'll send that over because I don't see Martine on here because she normally drops. Oh, there she is. She just dropped it. Look at her. There you
Look,
go.
let me tell you something. Tell you who don't miss a beat.
Martine.
Brown. Money making Martine. Don't miss a beat. You hear me?
Right. Right. Well, that's it for me, Talya. It's on you.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for being here tonight. Sage, we got you lifted up, honey. We got you. All right. Thank you guys for participating the way that you do every week. We love it. And I know you guys got some products out there. I see y'all out in these internet streets. Come on over here and get on the big stage and let us promote your stuff for you. Come on over here so we can help you get that product sold. Okay. Stop trying to hide. We ain't hiding in 2025. We out here in these streets in 2025. The people need to see what we have. We taking the time to make this stuff. We need to make some money with it. You know what the people can't buy? What they can't see. Guess what? You got a platform right here. Show up every Sunday to present your product in the best light, okay? For the world to see. Get on over here and put your name on that panelist sheet. Nah, trying to be nice. Okay.
You funny, Talya. I'm sorry, you funny.
Over here cracking up.
Imagine
Me as your teacher.
Oh, wow.
That's all I
Miss
can say.
Erica,
Imagine
you
me as your
performed
teacher
back in the box.
because I act just like this in the classroom. All right. So here we go. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your evening. We will see you guys for Midjourney Mondays on tomorrow and Color Me Calm on Tuesday, honey. Come on over here and play with us because we got stuff going on. All right. Y'all have a great rest of your evening. No, ma'am. Y'all, I had my clothes in stink.
Hey, okay, real quick. Your girl was on the honor roll. That's it. Bye.
My what?
Your
Really?
girl was on the honor
Honor
roll. My
Oh,
daughter.
That's all I'm gonna
awesome.
say. I told you, see, you gave her them techniques I was telling you about,
Girl,
didn't
we
you?
was tussling about this work over here, honey. I was so surprised when they called her name. I was like, what?
Well, I told you, if you need help with anything, let me know, honey. I'm gonna zoom away. I will
Thank
jump on and I will math her to death. And she gonna like it. She gonna like every minute of it. I'm one of the best math teachers on the planet, I promise you.
Well, I'll be
I ain't
hitting you
toot
after
my
this
own
live for
horn,
you, ma'am.
but honk, you understand. All right. Y'all have a great rest of your evening. I love y'all, and ain't nothing y'all can do about it. All right. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.